Very beautiful.
Aikido. This is harmony. Harmony.
Harmony?
Yes. And split. And way.
Do you think I could give it a try? You can show me?
Yes.
The Japanese martial art of Aikido is like calligraphy. You learn the moves by carefully observing the sensei. But believe me, it's a lot harder than you think.
字に味がありますね。
Aikido.
Few understand the mysterious martial art form of Aikido. Smooth and flowing, Aikido artists look effortless in their movements. I'm Roland Osborne, and I'm here on a mission to uncover the subtle power behind this intriguing fighting art. To really understand a martial art, you have to search for its origins, which is why many foreigners come to Tokyo to study Aikido. For me, it was also a chance to experience the country's culture through its fighting traditions. Remember those old Steven Seagal movies that made him an Aikido superstar? The number one question that everybody has is, how do the moves work? That's what I'm here to find out. And I was beginning with the very best, the Yoshinkan Dojo. Here, they train outsiders like myself in the traditional way.
Anjitsu no keiko yoroshiku onegaishimasu.
Inoue Kancho was the Yoshinkan's head guy. His master was Gozo Shioda, the founder of the dojo. Shioda was a superman of Aikido who could swat men off like flies. The abilities of Aikido masters like Shioda gave them a mythical status, and they soon became Japan's cultural ambassadors. I gotta admit, like many people, I was pretty skeptical about how Aikido works. But Inoue Kancho was determined to make me a believer.
It looks like that he doesn't use any effort in the technique. How do you do it with no power?
どういうふうに力が抜けて
相手の一番バランスの崩れるところを探してっていうか、一番崩れる場所。
Look for the point where the partner's balance is broken.
返すだけでできる。
That's the easiest way to do it.
Inoue Kancho had a few more tricks up his sleeve, and I had to pay close attention.
More.
More strength.
Squeeze it as hard as I can. Basically, he's redirecting my power to push me wherever he wants me to go. So if I just relax and turn.
Inoue Kancho tells me it takes years to become a true master, and I can see why. In Aikido, less is definitely more.
I think I need a little more practice before I get that.
Yes,
Aikido has been called the gentleman's art. It's a martial art where no one is supposed to hurt anybody. The philosophy of Aikido is harmony and confrontation. The aim is to neutralize your attacker without destroying him. But how does it work exactly? Shh, let's go take a closer look. The next day, the Yoshinkan Dojo invited me to another demonstration of their Aikido style. These guys were wicked. You know, what I noticed about Aikido is that the motions are very circular. It's not like in karate or some styles where they fight power against power. It's actually that he's using his opponent's energy, redirecting it, and then throwing him down to the ground. If you notice, like in that technique there, he takes his energy, he spins around and throws it. Some people say it kind of looks like dancing, but actually the techniques are very realistic and they're very powerful. Next up, I was going to tango with Peggy, a senior instructor and all Japan Aikido champ. All right, the technique that I'm gonna do is called Shiho Nage, which is the 4-directional throw. This is one of the first basic techniques that you learn at Aikido because it encompasses all the basic movements in Aikido. So I grab your arm?
Yes, and a punch. Okay, now the reason why this technique is good for a short person like myself is because I can get under his shoulder, move up to the side.
Hey.
How's it feel?
Yeah, right here I got a lot of pain, and the tighter that I grab her wrist, actually, the more pain that I feel inside.
Okay, close. Make sure the gap is closed. Slide through, keep the arm extended.
Now I'm starting to lose my center of gravity.
Okay, then maintain a circle, shift my weight to my other leg, and then just sit down. And now? Okay?
Yeah, very good.
So this is a very effective technique for a short person because it involves minimal movement and it's very fast.
Okay, excellent. And you don't need a lot of power to do this technique?
No, everything comes from the hips, hip movements. 1, 2, 3, and then down.
Excellent, thank you.
Okay.
That by having a really good natural position, he can move very quickly, and just by turning his feet, he can take all my power that I'm pushing in him, and he can reverse it, throw it in, right out of the way. After a long day of training, it was time for some bonding, Japanese style. Goto-san, where are we?
This is Satsusa. Yeah, very famous in Japan.
Hey, what does this mean?
Fighting spirits, yeah.
Fighting spirit?
Yeah.
I gotta get one of those. Rolling sun. Wait.
Okay.
Oh, that's nice. I soon learned that the Japanese warrior spirit is alive and kicking, even at the shopping mall. My Aikido adventure was just beginning. I bet you didn't know that Aikido was inspired by a Japanese prince in the 9th century. He was fascinated by the way a small spider could trap a larger insect in its web using minimum effort. From there, Aiki Jiu-Jitsu was created, the forerunner of Aikido. In search of Aikido's past, I headed out to Yamanashi, an old samurai prefecture. The feudal lord here had practiced Daito Ryu Aiki Jiu-Jitsu. Aiki Jiu-Jitsu was a martial art used by Japanese lords to fight unarmed against the samurai. Instead of using force, they used special techniques to attack the samurai's weak spots. Takeno Sensei was a legend in Aikido circles. He ran the local Yoshinkan Dojo in Yamanashi. I spent the afternoon with him learning Aikido moves that originated from Aiki Jiu-Jitsu. This technique is called Kote Gaishi, and this is used basically when a sword comes in here. This is reverse arm, this way here. You can use both hands to take the attacker, or if they're coming with this strike here, same thing, this way here. What's very interesting about this is that all the techniques that I'm doing here use only the 3 fingers and the thumb area here. So just positioning the hand in different areas, 3 fingers and the thumb. Here, 3 fingers and the thumb. Big, strong muscle, tight arms. He's got the eagle grip. Takeno Sensei explained that the reason why there's so many wrist techniques in Aikido is that historically the armor on the samurai didn't protect the wrist area. The wrist area had to be very loose so they could do all the strikes. So this was a perfect opportunity for someone who didn't have a weapon to disarm somebody with a weapon by just simply bending and twisting the joint area here, taking the sword away, and then slicing them or cutting them.
Huge
チャンピオンのマイク・タイソンさんが
Later at the dojo, Takeno Sensei told me that the former heavyweight champion Mike Tyson had been a fan of Aikido's techniques. Tyson was fascinated with Aikido's flowing moves and fancy footwork. I asked Takeno Sensei if he thought Aikido was better than boxing.
俺はボクシングはボクシング、合気道は合気道、柔道は柔道、空手は空手、みんな違います。Different. Yes.
They're all different arts. And it's possible to say what would have happened.
いらっしゃいませ。こちらへどうぞ。ありがとう。どうぞ。
All that training had made me hungry. It was time to find myself some warrior food. This is a hoto, which is a traditional Japanese dish that the samurais would eat in the 1600s. Wanna try some? For samurai combat food, these noodles tasted really good. The Yoshinkan wasn't the only dojo that taught Aikido. Back in Tokyo, I had a rendezvous with Japan's first Aikido school. I'm walking down a small street in Shinjuku to the Aikikai Hombu Dojo. This right here is where it all started. It's known as the Mecca of Aikido. Aikido is a modern martial art with ancient roots. It all started with this man right here, Morihei Yoshiba, a martial arts scientist in his own right. Morihei Yoshiba led a fascinating life. Trained as a warrior in several martial arts, he eventually created Aikido, a unique blend of Japanese warrior philosophy and flowing moves. At the dojo, I met Yoshiba's grandson, Moriteru Yoshiba Doshu. Along with his father, Kisamaru, he's helped to popularize Aikido. Thanks to them, over 1 million people on the planet today practice the art. Yoshiba was a genius who developed hundreds of moves. None of them involved strength. It was all about technique. I was still curious about how Aikido practitioners use their opponent's energy against them, and decided to learn more. That's my turn. What makes this technique so difficult is that you have to learn how to use your opponent's energy against them. A beginner student a lot will have a tendency to fight against each other. But in Aikido, as he pushes the pressure here, I just simply come here and then push it down. The reason the technique is so difficult is because you have to learn how to use your opponent's energy against them. The physics of Aikido were fascinating, but so was its philosophy. Yoshiba Doshu told me that the true aim of Aikido was to promote harmony between man and nature. I've traveled out of Tokyo to the mountains of Odawara to witness this rare ceremony called a misogi. It's a Shinto purification ritual. The waterfall represents nature, and the ceremony is meant to connect man with the universe around him. Aikido's founder, Morihei Yoshiba, also saw Aikido as a form of purification. He believed that the purpose of training Aikido was to become a warrior for world peace. 80-year-old Yoshikazu Kono practices his own form of the art. For him, the misogi ritual represents an essential part of his Aikido philosophy.
着物を水につけておくと柔らかになって中の繊維だけ残るでしょ。人間もいろんなものでこう折ってあるけど、それが禊をすって現れるというと周りの余計なものはなくなって真ん中の大事な芯だけ残ってる。でこの芯が強くなる。
After the misogi, the master invited me for a session of Aikido with his family. He had a unique way of explaining the essence of Aikido. He said that the power of Aikido was like a laser. It was small but very powerful. By directing all this energy into one little point, there wasn't much you couldn't do. Back in the city, I was going to confront Aikido at a more practical level. I'd heard that some of Aikido's old masters used to try their skills out in the streets of Tokyo. In Shinjuku, I met Kanazawa-san, a private eye who trained in Aikido. He told me Aikido was great for his job because the moves were subtle.
他の人が見て何やってるかわからないですよね。例えば殴るはわかるでしょこれ。私悪い人。バーン。でも合気道は例えばこうやられてもこうやってやると痛いですって言って。どっちが悪いかわからない。
Kanazawa-san, do you use any weapons in your training?
普通やつなんですけど。
The flashlight.
This is a flashlight, yes. 時々 sometimes 武器になる。
Oh, this could be used as a weapon.
Like if I grabbed you?
そうですね。これもまあ例えばボン。これあとこれ。はい。剣使うよ。
Ah, this is a little bit like Aikido, isn't it?
Yeah.
Kanazawa-san told me that he enrolled in a special Aikido class at the Yoshinkan Dojo. It was called the Senshusei Kosu, an extreme Aikido course that was designed to train Tokyo's riot police. Those who survived earned their black belts in just 1 year. I decided to check the course out for myself.
本日の稽古ご指導よろしくお願いします。井上館長に礼。
But could it really be that hard? I was about to find out. The class was led by Matt, one of the head foreign instructors, and he wasn't letting up. My legs are burning. Woo.
Okay, we're gonna do some hajime training. Okay, so you're gonna do the technique as fast as you can, as strong as you can. Going quickly.
Hajime training. This was an in-your-face Aikido drill that didn't stop until someone dropped. It definitely wasn't over until it was over. This class is definitely one of the hardest classes I've ever been to. I was like 8 minutes non-stop going back and forth. Whew. Incredible.
Got an idea of the kind of training that we do here. Hopefully you had fun, learned something. These guys have another 34 hours this week, so it's a lot of training, and yeah, Yoshinkan spirit hopefully comes through. So thanks for being here, and best wishes.
Thank you. The one drill that we were doing, they do a test. It's about 4 or 5 minutes of the same technique over and over and over, as fast as you can go. But what it does is by doing the technique so many times, it builds that muscle memory. Also, your muscles get so tired while you're doing it that they become much stronger. And so that way you can perform the technique even when you're tired. My hat's off to these guys. Class is very difficult, very tough. Hoos. I think I'll be sleeping in tomorrow morning. In Aikido, the greatest test isn't fighting other people, but in developing one's mind, body, and spirit. In feudal Japan, it was forbidden for samurais to rise in the presence of their lords. They had to sit in a position called seiza until they were ordered to rise. It was a true test of a warrior's discipline that was still practiced in Aikido today. I figured, if the samurais could do it, so could I. I called on my old friend Goto-san to prepare me for my final challenge.
Close eyes.
By sitting upright in seiza, the aim was to empty the mind and sharpen my awareness of the things around me. Goto-san said by meditating in this way, warriors became closer to the universe.
正座を長くすることによって痛いからこう我慢してだんだん力が抜けてくる。その一番リラックスした状態で正座すると痛くないらしい。僕もまだ勉強中だから痛いけど、でも先生たちは2時間でも3時間でもできるから力を抜けるナチュラルな状態になる。
This was as close as I was going to get to the true purpose of Aikido.
How did you feel?
Actually, at first, my legs were really tense. But I just kind of got lost in my thoughts, and I didn't feel the pain. But when I would think of it, what I was doing, and I think of my legs, they actually start hurting. I can't even move my legs right now. I feel a bit spongy. How long did we do that for? Can you give me any? That's good for the first time?
Yeah.
Oh.
People are my friend. Same Seishu say they cry.
They cry? Oh, they said in class they cry.
Yeah.
My adventure in Japan had come to an end, but one last ritual remained. A special Shinto ceremony with my friends from the Yoshinkan. Here, the priest blessed us with good fortune and gave us a talisman for our protection. But I had also found an Aikido talisman of my own. It was a quote from the man who started it all. At the age of 84, after 66 years of training in martial arts, Aikido's founder Morihei Shiba once said, "I have just taken the first step. I'm still a baby in the martial arts." And that right there is the humility of Aikido. Os. Tradition at the end of the class that you clean the mat, the students sweep the mat. It's to make you humble, to appreciate the dojo, your training, your instructor. Like sweep on, sweep off.